Oilirwota omurozi wa 4TV wekirize nkwikiyeho Agatahingurwa kandi omusomi ndi atugondeze Marina Dairy. Owekitinisa Yoweri Kaguta Museveni atangaine abembezi babasubuzi okuruga mahanga nka United Kingdom haoteire na India kandi babaza ensonga zimwe zimwe zikwatareine hankurakurana ahoteire nebyo busubuzi. Entumwa zino zibeire mu abembezi okuruga mu ihanga lya United Kingdom ahoteire na ihanga erya India kandi babaza ensonga ezi kandi engara yabasabango abeho enkoragana enungi okurango enkurakurana yagendera kemo omumaiso kandi omusaki waitu abereyo leka bitwikiyo.
Acknowledge the presence of Their Excellencies, Ministers, honoured guests, ladies and gentlemen. Can I start by congratulating you, sir, on your recent election victory? I myself was a member of the UK Parliament for 27 years, but sadly at the last election I had no cause for celebration. But I'm delighted to be here with my colleagues from the Westminster Africa Business Association, which is a membership group of...
You belong to which party?
I was a Conservative member. Oh. We were also, of course, persuaded by our excellent team, led by Lisa and represented here today by Tiff and Benjamin in the British High Commission. We were also, of course, persuaded to come to Uganda because it is obviously such a wonderful place to do business. The fact that, just to pick one area where business people coming here can easily, readily and completely take their money back home whenever they wish, that is a huge attraction to business. And we were very encouraged by your own governance, by your own determination to see the Ugandan economy grow so spectacularly over the coming years. I understand 10 times growth. We were attracted because of the areas you're focusing on, known, I think, here as the ATMs. Of course, in England, we know ATMs as machines where we get money from the wall. But here, obviously, it's much more involved and much more important than that.
And Excellency, I found out because we wanted to do business. We are not here for the talk. And we have identified, we walked through the 6th Street, we spoke to the people, what are the, the difficulty, and I found it, there are more enhancing, we can do more work than we think about it. But few things which is I found out, as you know, Excellency, in Gujarat, there's a tile manufacturing is the #1 in Asia. There's a textile is the #1 in Asia. All of them, my candidates, the delegates that came here, they are expert in tiles manufacturing, they're expert in agro, they're expert in food processing, they're expert in that one. On top of that, what I noticed, that you are a very lucky nation that nearly 77% of your population are youth. But the youth, what I found out through the just as research, they need a skill development. And our former, the president of India, Mr. Abdul Kalam or Dr. Abdul Kalam, you always say skill development, and skill development. Recently from United Kingdom, Private College of Oxford Education, we created, launch skill development program in Mauritius in November, December. We have also skill development program in actually India. And I think there is a more opportunity to offer them the skill development to the youth, so the youth do not waste their energy somewhere else there.
This coming enhances the awareness that prosperity for the whole world, for communities, comes from linking two people. A producer of a good or a service and a consumer of that good or service, these two people. The one who produces the product or a service, and the one who buys it, the two people. I don't know why planners in the world don't emphasize this. Because if I produce a product or a service and very few people buy it, my business will collapse. Then they need another person to link the two. There's another person, the one who creates infrastructure to link the two. And peace in the area. And then you add other things like our leader from South Asia, the skills. All those come in to support the linkage between the two, the infrastructure, the peace, the skills, the finances. Of course, the finances are already on the side of the production, and the purchasing power on the other side. So therefore, I'm therefore very happy to see the three of us here. India, UK, Uganda, Africa. What we need are investments. Agriculture, we don't need investment so much because our people produce. They are very few, we have got a long culture of agriculture. That one, very few cases like sugarcane, but bananas, milk, like the milk, beef, fruits, the families produce those. So what we need there is manufacturing, processing. We need processing. Then manufacturing, because our economy has got 4 sectors. We have got commercial agriculture, manufacturing, services, hotels and so on, and ICT. So you can be in any of those, and we have all the necessities for that. So I'm very happy to see this delegation here.
Ebi nibyo bibaire ha State House Entebbe kandi obutugumizaamu omurozi waitu omurungi obu abantu abanyakuli omu Rwakyakibunya Sako mu district ya Kenjojo kero kino besoroize okubazawa hoteire n'okukoma abebembezi abarabebembera omusako yabo egi kandi omukuratorno abantu bongire bahayo okusemerwa kwabo kandi bahaisaniza Rwakyakibunya Sako abo mulimo gw'amaani ogwekozero buno bagamba ngo Sako eno ya Rwakyakibunya ingisize muno kandi yahindura obwomezi bwabo yabufora burungi musaki waitu abaireyo leka bitwikiyo
kero kino tubire mu Kenjojo mu district hall ukora pre-AGM tufune mu ba members abo tukweta delegates abaramalira ne bakuratira branch yona haba AGM. When a Sako grows beyond 300 members neba nairagirwa kukomamu delegates nkitu haba kero kino tukomera members delegates in the ratio of 1 to 100 buli muntu omu nakuratira aba member 10 twakomayo special interest groups omukazi mu ba member bona twakoma mu youth kuruga mu ba member bona ugamba rukurato turakora kumalira AGM or delegates meeting biro abiri na bino kwa kasatu barune guturaba turi nabo tuzire gukora kinu kugamba ngo rwache kibunya sofa turi bantu umutwaro gumune 13 kakuba tugamba ngo twena tukore ha meeting nikitutalebaniza na members views kuzifuna. So we have broken down our membership into constituencies, branches, then have a chibito main abantu bali bingi muno titusobwire kugamba ngo tugikora branch emu nayo tucire mu constituencies Chibito sub-county and Kabonero, Chibito town council and the rest of sub-counties bora tujja kubatanga mu constituencies zabo niko tukomereyo ba delegates. So we have a lot of testimony, myself inclusive, nojana bakwa milioni 5 nogera nokole ekintu cyawe ekitakusobwire kukora kakubo batafunire sente kuruga musako sako ekolira abantu ekyafayo tinkwenda mentioning from which other source, but the Sako Rwacha Kibunya in the best interest rates, 2% reducing, equating to 13% per annum, which is remarkably good, and the people never had testimony that they have done. Baombekera amaju, baherira abana school fees, baguzira amataka, businesses are thriving. Iguru ya Rwacha Kibunya kwa financing. Change topic is changing, the story is changing because we have the best interest rates in the region and the country at large.
Kankiro kino msemeriwa muno okutugizire orukurato rwaitu orwokubanza mu pre-AGMs orutungere Kyenjojo hana district mu main hall kandi abantu ba Kyenjojo msemeriwa muno uko bajumbire kandi bayizira mu bwingi twakora orukurato orubeire very successful kandi ashobora kukoma ba delegates abaraija kuba nibalete bitekerezo by'abantu bano mu rukurato urundi orukongera urutira abantu kora urundi rwa final AGM ebiro byokwezi 24 okwa kasatu obwe 2026 kandi ntunera handi hatukija kugenda mukakiro kya katano tujja kwa Fort Portal City Anyika Hotel ntunera kujja kutangatangana abantu aba Fort Branch kandi nabo bakakoma ba delegates babo bakatwe bitekerezo byabo tukabihamu tukabitwara mu rukurato urundi uturantu ruga 40 ntujja genda a branch ya Kahunge akiro kya mukaga so Kahunge ntujja kwa mukaga nawo tutangatangane ba members ya Kahunge nabo batuhe bitekerezo byabo bakome ba delegates babo uko tukozera kuno successfully. So tuterera abantu abatulirizo kwa heru ngo ija musako yawe iyo member wa Rwacha Kibunya ija otahe nkurato okome delegates kandi oshobora no kumanya sako yawe yakozereta omanya performance ya branch yawe kandi omanya branch kiye kikuja kuyongeraho ekintu ekindi abantu abali aheru wako hura nutura no itaga Rwacha Kibunya sako baito kugikirizamu ntokumanya ne koreta na iwiza kirecho ntutangira ohandikibwe kandi oshobora kuba member wa Rwacha Kibunya sako timbagonza muno kandi ninsima mwabala kugonza Rwacha Kibunya sako mwikala numwija kandi tija kwikala ntubatangira buli muntu ya ba delegates bano sikira mkiragiro ekurga mu ministry basemeye ko bantu bakora ku maremi yakena so hamya yakena tujja kwakoma ba delegates y'abandi
ngenda kutwara ebitekerezo by'abanyamugabo mu rupato rukuru rwa Sako kandi ndwane kurule ibitekerezo byabo buhulirwe bikerezibwe kandi bitekerwe mu nkora kemu halibyo tugomba kutunga board member ku Kyenjojo tugomba kutunga offices nyakuri permanent ezombekerwe kurwa mu Kyenjojo nuko abantu ba Kyenjojo basobole okugobora umurimo wa Kibunya Sako na benefits zindi zinakora kuru Rwacha Kibunya Sako hiyo ni yahereza loan ha 2% ndio uchiweka bibiri habuli chikumi chonka percent yejo negenda nekeho kuba no sasura so chokururaho barabotandike no sasura 2% lese wihere mitwaro 10 no sasura mitwaro 2 ati ni ubukuba no sasura nigenda nikia kuja kumalira no sango gundi no sasura 15 so area ma advantages baito ikintu ekindi chukuru mune kintu sono kucha maiso nuko kwekambisa abantu bakiga kwahura iri concept nkuru muno apa tusobora kutunga loan rundu buri tukozereki twakwiye kandi ekirungi ekindi kinyakulimo Rwacha Kibunya kitali mu Sako zizindi haroho condolence scheme rundu kwirukira member wakuba ferirwe abantu abahandikizeyo bamurukira na milioni 3 eki kitali mu Sako zizindi hatukiro kino to abantu bazaho ikigambo cha health insurance scheme nakyo ekintu kugenda kutandika akuba saa zino twine endwaire zikutabaniza abantu nuko abantu basobole kutunga omugisa ogw'okujanjabwa nambere tutakusobora ite okwehikya nk'abantu
ya sako abokuba sako tuzirozire nyingi muno tuzikayiremu lwakyakibunya emikorere yaye ekamfokera yembaganiza kimu halibyo bayina obuhereza bwa bwangu kimu abintu bya kutwara mu banka n'omusako ngaze nuko kutunga obusayiki bwa sente so kakuba bano gonza loan mu lwakyakibunya sako ne bakwanguhizaho sente bazine kandi bakwanguhizaho ekyakabiri bayina obuhereza obundi ng'obwokwirukirira omuntu bakuba aferirwe bayina obuhereza obundi obutwaba obwa 2% interest and reducing na milioni yemu nogobesa mutwale ebi urasura habiri nosigana nogobesa gumukanana urasura hatano nosigana nogobesa mutwala eki nakyo tukiri kukanya musake zino gabaragambe 2% nozisasura no burasagaza mutwaro gumu nosigana nogobesa zire basagaye bakwai cyonga mulwacya kibunya eki tukirumu so nkasemero muno nasake ejo nabane mukore yabo na yogomba kugitahamu kandi ndi member anya kusemerirwa musako yange lwacya kibunya sako ngihira mu ebintu bingi kimhalibyo ngihira mu kwegesibwa mu bya sente no kumpereza amani agokumanya kusevinga abokuba lwakyakibunya sako nenteri banja buli kasumi ebyo kwahora kandi ekintu ekindi nkokuba kwa loan ha sente ntaito bamperiza amani gokukora abokuba nyine hokuya sente ninsobora kutunga sente nkazisasura mpora kandi nkazisobora abokuba interest yabo teri higuru muno so bampayire okwegesebwa kukosa sente kandi nokukora na amani habokuba nyine hokuya sente obuno okukora nebintu bikusingura hantasha ebukira hantasha yange habokuba nyine financial support
wabale mseke waito murungi habo makuru hago kandi obutugumizamu huwa president wekitebe kya Democratic Party wekitinisa Norbert Mao ahandikire hali mkuru w'ihanga lya Uganda wekitinisa Yoweri Kaguta Museveni ansonga ezikwatereine na rwigyo rukurato rukuru w'ihanga kandi yamuteraho no kwakulizo obutale bumo na bumo hati nsongeno kigambo kuba neja kuletaho ebikaguzo bitale bimu na bimu aho teire na debate kwa karuru kalioni kagenda kutira umusaki waitu abeire yole kabitwicheo.
So I wish to announce further that I've done two things. One, I've written a letter to the national chairman of the National Resistance Movement, who is also the president of Uganda. Because we have an agreement with the National Resistance Movement. You know, if I have your check, that means you made a promise to me. A check is called a promissory note. And it has nothing to do with me because I don't sign your check for you. You are the one who signs it. So I've written with some reminders. It is not yet time to disclose the detailed contents of that letter, but I just wish to let you know that I have notified him. Number two, this week I'll also send a letter to each and every member of the 12th Parliament. So that there's no confusion about what this is about. So those are two things that I have done. Now, for purposes of refreshing our memories about our agreement with the National Resistance Movement, because I had some former members of FDC who are now in NRM now saying it would be suicidal for Norbert Mao to be Speaker of Parliament. I sit in the cabinet where every document is a secret. I head the Ministry of Justice where there is zero leakage. Have you ever had any document leaking from Ministry of Justice? Even State House leaks, as you know. But Ministry of Justice, leakage, Zero. So if it is about trust, I was chairman of Gulu district, the frontline district. The purpose of building the nation is to bring people who have been disagreeing to agree. And when I joined the NRM government, I left the door open behind me. And that's the door that the Nsibambis have used. I didn't lock that door because it is not about me again, and it is not even about DP. It is about Uganda. For us, we haven't joined the NRM, but we have a record of serving Uganda together with the NRM more seriously than any other political party. Not only that, the majority of those who died in the war that brought the NRM to power were DP members because they had a cause. Their election had been stolen. So we will not accept that conversation to be derailed. But we respect the national resistance movement and its processes. But we don't accept that we should be fenced out because we have this agreement. Now, this agreement under Article 1 states principles. So I am responding to that outpouring of goodwill. But at the very, very personal level, I wonder what my friend Jacob Olanya would tell me if I met him on the other side of life. And he says, Mao, I left you behind. You have seen what is happening. And you did nothing? Then you should have been the one to have died. Even God would ask me that, what did you do? So at a personal level, I'm in this because I don't want to be a spectator. I've jumped into the arena. I don't know what is going to happen. It is a battle. We are facing very strong forces. But I'm doing this for God and my country.
Wabale musaka waitu kandi oikirize tumaze tuhumule mu muruzi waitu murungi tujja kuonga tugaruke na Agatahingurwa otarugaho. wabale mukahumuro kandi leka tugumizemo na Agatahingurwa. Wakitinisa Yoweri Kaguta Museveni kandi ono mukuru ihanga lya Uganda atangatanga ineho bamuhabembezi bihere Uganda People's Defence Forces a State House. Omulubano ono habaire General Kainerugaba Muhozi kana yasobere kubana itaba mu rukoratoro no musaki waitu abaire yo yabitusakira leka bitwichiyo.
Umetujengea mashule, umepata manjia, bado tunataka zingine. Asante baba, asante. Nimepata huru yangu, kama vile mwanamke. Kweli kwako Yoweri, asante baba, asante. Nimepata combat, nitakupigia saluti. Nimefurahi sana. Asante baba, asante. Nani wewe ni nani? Mwenye unataka
Otugumizamo na Agatahingurwa murozi waitu omurungi owekitinisa alioni yoke Odria na wabalizeho hasonga esquaterine na besimbereho akikaro ekiarwigi orukurato orukuro ruhanga kadi agamba ngo bamuhabesimbereho bacwire ekiragiro hasonge no musaki waitu ahikere kandi lakabikwicheo.
I hereby announce my candidacy for Speaker of the 12th Parliament.
Now, I am going to work as the Speaker of Parliament of Uganda using two important tools amidst others. Number one is the Constitution of the Republic of Uganda 1995. Second tool that I will use always will be the rules and procedures of the Parliament of Uganda. Not to waste a lot of your time, we need to understand what the rules are all about. I'll go straight to the point. If you get to rule number 91 of the Rules and Procedure of Parliament, it is very clear and it gives us guidance about the code of conduct of any individual who has subjected himself or herself to contest as a speaker. The guidelines are clear. Some of the colleagues that have shown interest have started disrespecting that. They are holding meetings in their homes. They are under panic. They're already breaking the rules. We're not going to sleep over that. They're already giving bribes because they are not sure about winning an election. We are monitoring that, and they may fall victims. And I will go ahead. Rule number 11 is very clear. It says election of the speaker for those who have subjected themselves for the election shall be by secret ballot. Take note of that, secret ballot. Therefore, this must be properly noted, especially my new colleagues who have joined the 12th Parliament, yet to be shown in. This time, nobody is going to intimidate us. We are going to stand for the truth. We are going to tell the people the truth, and the truth shall redeem this institution, which is the Parliament of Uganda. Very many people who are not lawmakers get scared about serving as a speaker. The role of a speaker, the roles are not so complicated. That is, if you've been to that house before like me. One is to preside over every sitting. Presiding over every sitting, that is it. We also have what we call preserving the order and decorum of Parliament. Second role of the Speaker. Preserve order in the House and decorum in the House. We also have the role of the Speaker to cite rules or procedure or any applicable authority when it comes to making decisions. Then we've got the role of the Speaker also to invite submissions from members. And the Speaker as well has a right to either accept or deny any contributions. These are some of the few simple and very clear roles of the Speaker. We, as members of Parliament, especially from the NRM party, we must know that our party may have its constitution, the NRM party, but there is rumor moving around that some candidates yet to be nominated have been declared, have been endorsed by the NRM party. They have been ring-fenced by the SEC. That is a big rumor. I must tell Ugandans, I must tell Africa and the world that the law is not going to be taken and be played with by a few individuals in the NRM party.
Wabala musaka waito abakutichaha amakuru ago kandi omurozi waito murungi oikerize nkusima abokuba tutandikira hamo kandi twayiko kumaliriza Agatahingurwa kandi omusomo wago mbeire atugondeze Marina Dier ningondeza okurara kurungi kandi ebirungi nebikeja for TV otarugaho.